In this episode, we do a 2-week trip, about 3,000 kilometres, in this zone-based caravan, which is a few years old, but we're really looking now to narrow down our little target. So, hope you enjoy this episode. We'll outline some key features and see what you think, eh? Yes, lots of ticks. Ticks, ticks, ticks. Hard to go past this van, mate. So I don't know what the rating is for this ladder, but I've been up it before and it's still here. So it must work all right.
So what are you doing there?
Okay, Craig and Tracy here, Caravans by the Campfire. We're getting down to the nitty gritty now, but what I'm doing is I'm looking on these things like Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
There are just dozens and dozens and dozens of vans that are further confusing me.
Oh my God, that's not hard really.
What happened when we got here? Well, I'll tell you what happened. You activated the sink tap for some weird reason.
I did not activate it.
And there's all this water coming out when we pulled up at our spot. Big clunky sound. Now it's stuck there.
Great.
So we have no other option than you swim out and fix it. Forgot to buy the firewood.
Yeah.
So I'm not in the good books.
You are in trouble. No.
Rules and guidelines for others.
You're full of bullshit.
Okay, here we are. What really goes on in the caravan? Yeah? Check out this. Every available space is taken. And I've done some cleaning, by the way.
Oh, yeah, this is the extent of the cleaning. That
You
was
know
one
why
time.
we have to clean these every day, wipe them down?
Oh God, here we go.
Why would that be? They haven't got any handles.
Yeah, I love it.
Don't you walk on my solar blanket. Yeah, that's the spirit. Out of here. Okay, so we're in our final 4 countdown for a caravan. I think having this zone for 2 weeks in a row has made you biased.
No, it has not.
I don't think you're considering any other van now. You're just in love with this van. You shut off your mind to the other 3 on our hit list.
Oh, good. How
It's
are
been
you?
a long time, about a month before we've had a review, because some people have got to work, don't they?
Me.
Yes, we've got to do a little bit of work.
To pay for it.
None of these things are sponsored. There's no freebies, so
Gotta pay
if you
for it
like and
somehow.
subscribe, that certainly helps us. What this is about is us having a closer look at this brand of van, because you're spending a lot of money, so you want to make sure that if I bought this brand of van, that I'd be really happy and comfortable with it. So we're getting down to the nuts and bolts now. Our final 4 caravans that we're looking at, 4 brands of caravan.
And we
Tracy
decided,
loves 3 of them.
Well, I was going to say, we decided to take this van again
We did.
because we wanted to take it to the red dirt, because we do go to the red dirt quite a bit.
This is a zone, what is it? 17.5.
No, zone 18'6" off-road
18
base.
foot 6.
So it's 2017 model.
It's a base zone. It's a few years old. You wouldn't know it. Everyone says, wow, you got a new van. No, we don't have a new van, but it's pretty much new.
Yeah.
The thing that concerns me about it is inside here, everything is white, lovely, easy to clean, beautiful.
I love
I
everything
feel like
about
I'm
it.
getting prepped. I'm going to yell out, nurse,
No.
nurse, clean down the theatre.
No.
I feel like it's an operating
Yeah.
theatre.
You just call nurse, more beers, please.
So maybe, you know, if we had the van, you could, you know, slightly change the colour here or there or whatever. I don't know, but
Oh, we changed nothing.
all the surfaces are great. It's a really high quality. van, it tows like $1 million. You know, whether you're going 100, 110, 80, 70, maxes out at 3.5 tons. We've probably got it loaded to 3.2, I reckon, because not a lot of this stuff in here is ours. So if we were having it, you'd have another 71 pair of shoes.
Absolutely, especially for the
be
red
at least
dirt
300
mud
kilos.
that we were just in.
Okay, so these vans, I don't know whether you've tried to rent a zone van before.
Well, this is one of the
I think
few
this
I've
is
seen.
the only one. So the only one like in Australia. Let's go through some of the things that you believe make a significant difference. So let's have a little look around here now at this van. Just show me some of the things. So you can see how white it is.
I just love the fact that it's white.
Like it's like an operating theatre.
I just love that. It's so easy to clean. It's so functional. You can see
Functional.
anything on this
Fusion
van.
here, PowerPoints everywhere. Now look, see here in this sink. Now this is just a tap head. So this is a great tap head, but it's very high above the sink. Lots of people talk about it needing to be high so you can get a pot or a pan in there or whatever, but sometimes I find myself washing stuff up higher, like this cup, and next thing you know, I'm having an episode of shit flying around the kitchen. Water, spilling. It's because what?
Well, because you don't do it very often. You're not
Oh,
experienced.
okay, so I need more practice.
Yeah, you need way more practice at the washing up. You're
Righto.
just outside using the cruise master going zip every 5 minutes.
What else is good? So you see here all these cabinets.
I love the
They
cabinets.
don't have any handles.
Oh,
Yep, the little clips are underneath
yeah.
the bottom here.
And they're all still
Yeah.
so secure and so tight.
Beautiful. This has been used for a long time. It's done like 17,000 kilometres now. So that's a fair few kilometres. You can see it up here.
Yeah, we've whacked on some.
Check this out here. Odometer. Now, I think every van should have one of those in it.
I do. I absolutely do.
Should almost be legislation.
Yeah.
Then you'll know what you're buying. You know, people say, oh, it hasn't done much work. It's only done 100,000 kilometres.
Yeah.
They're not telling you any of these things. So a little instrument like that is great. So, yep, easy to clean. I like all these LEDs up here. Unlike some vans, you see LEDs popping every now and again, like they're not all on. Every single one of these works. And
All the
after 5 or 6
cabinetry here.
years, just amazing.
All the
What's going on?
cabinetry here is all still aligned. Every door is
Yeah,
aligned.
you are right. Every door
and
is
this
aligned.
is 5 years old and it's all still aligned. We've seen vans where this is not the case.
That's had some hard work. Look,
Still self-closing.
soft close. I prefer the cafe style lounge with a small table in the middle that you can just fold out and fold up. You think that's got nothing to do with this brand of van, right?
I could, that would be my compromise for this van. I would not care less.
Some other little thing here, you typically see this has got Celastic in every join, but it's just this beautiful
Finished.
finished Celastic, and a lot of the time you don't see that in vans. You just see a little piece of plastic that goes in there that allows the movement. Yeah, so I don't think this is moving very much because that Celastic is just magnificent. It's just all there, beautiful, and it's everywhere.
I love the windows.
Big windows, easy. We've gone through that before. Nice little gas cooktop here. This is 3 gas burners. Yep. The owners of this van, they've elected not to have an oven. I would always have an oven, or I'd certainly want to know what we can do with this vacant space that's underneath here, but there must be something happening. Just got a microwave. So microwave's fine. But yeah, that's all right. What else is here? Nice. See this door? I reckon I bet $1 million. This is the same door that's on the Jayco Silverline.
Oh my god! Of course it is, because you like the silver
You
line.
just have a
all
look.
I've heard about
It's
is
got
the
one
silver line.
simple latch here. You lock just like that. Unlock and then wacko. Open the door. How easy is that? And you just close it. Just closes. Really simple. Mate. I know I'm raving on about a door, but you've seen all the doors in all the Caravans now. And they've got multi-thing, you know, lever it this way and that way and turn the key the opposite way.
Yeah, but the doors don't necessarily work for you. You're not one of the door master people.
What else is in this van that's good? Just functionally good. So you come in here and
the shower's excellent.
you come in here and it's got the washing
It's
machine
just a
and the
standard.
toilet. It's all pretty standard.
You think
know.
it's too small?
It's quite nice. I think this area at the back is narrow, but again,
It's 1.3 metres too small for me.
you know, then when you-
1.3 foot.
Just have a look in here at this bathroom. It's very big. Yeah. It has got the shower head and that on one wall, on this little wall.
This has the trimmer, gas heating and gas hot water. Yeah. So this is 5 years old. Again, remember, it doesn't have instant hot water. No. So we have found a bit of issues readjusting to having to heat the tank up.
Yeah.
And manage your time in the shower, especially when you've got long hair that wants to be washed. And...
I'm a bit of a fan of the instant gas hot water.
Whereas I'm not.
Yeah. A lot of people think that, you're running all that extra water to the sink, but I think if you did a little study on that, you'd find out that's probably not the case. But look, it is quality finished product. No. Okay, we're going to stop right here. First, you got to understand the 4 key things that we're considering when we're looking at these vans. I think first you got to preference it with, do I buy a brand new van?
Yes.
Or a second-hand van?
Yes.
And that could come into what your budget is. So you got to make that decision first. It doesn't matter what else you're thinking. Should I buy new or second-hand? What can I get second-hand? How good are they? How old should they be? So the top 4 things are, 1,
purpose, budget.
So understand what it is that you're going to do or you expect from this caravan.
You know, black top, off grid, all that stuff.
Yeah. And have a clear budget in mind. Now I think with your budget, you've got to be realistic about how much money you want to spend and what you expect for that money. Lots of people will just buy the van and then 5 minutes later they're spending $10,000 more with an off-grid power system or whatever else they're adding to it, right? So if that's going to be you, I suggest you factor that in to what your budget is, because that will increase the scope of what you can look for, particularly in a second-hand van market. So be realistic. If you're spending 10 to 15 grand in the first 12 months after you buy it, you may as well factor that in at the beginning. Point number 2 is its design and construction and reputation in the marketplace.
Yep.
Right? So is it designed and constructed for your purpose? Is it going to hack the pace? Is it going to be in such a condition in 5 to 10 years' time that you will get a good resale value? Yep. Is it designed and manufactured in a way and supported so that you can get things maintained easily? Yep. Get repairs done easily. Point number 3. It's got to have some resale value or appeal that is good. Point number 4, the last one.
How does it feel? How does everything about it feel? The van, the company, all of the above. It's all got to feel right.
So if you don't feel comfortable, or if you feel like you're being herded into a corner, or someone's telling you a whole lot of things, everyone has opinions. If you don't feel comfortable sitting in that van after you've spent your hard-earned money, enjoying the experience, then that's not for you.
It's probably not for you. Maybe look elsewhere.
Yeah. So with all those things in mind, let's get back to it and see what the top 4 are.
Yeah.
That's why the top 4 vans that we've really now narrowed them down to, right? That zone, the Lotus, the Titanium or Sunseeker, whatever. I think the Sunseeker's a cheaper version of Titanium.
It's just a different
and
one.
The Jayco.
Oh, you and the Silverline.
And I know you keep going at me about the Silverline.
Every Silverline we passed on the highway. It's another Silverline. Oh, don't you just love it? It looks like a spaceship. That's all I've heard it.
It's not too dissimilar looking to a Zone.
Oh,
it's white. You tell me you love white.
It's not white. It's not white inside. You walk into a Silverline, it is not this colour. There's a difference. This is white and that's beige, brown, beige. Yeah. Cream, taupe, any colour you want to call it, it's definitely not white.
You know what?
Sorry.
I reckon.
There is white and then there's white.
Jayco could triple their sales simply by changing the type of laminates they use in their van. That brings me to another point about caravans. Why aren't there more drawers? You know, there's the cupboards that you open, like under the sink.
We were talking
Why
about
can't they be drawers? Because
like big pot drawers like you have in the house kitchens these days.
And I understand that under the sink, there's some pipes and stuff like that. But I think they could all do a better job with that. Way better job. They're really good. So you love it being white.
I love it being white.
Yes, nurse. What else? Have you got one of those nurse outfits?
I love the fact that everything opens and shuts and works. First time.
Everything works.
Every time.
Feels like quality.
Yeah.
Nothing you open and close.
Nothing's flimsy.
Feels flimsy.
Nothing's wobbling. Everything is just secure.
What else?
It's great.
When you deck out the van to be fully off-grid, lots of people are going now with full electric equipment and appliances. That's all fine. I don't think I'd ever go anywhere without a generator. And I'm not a generator person at all, if you watched any of our videos.
I'm definitely not.
However, if you were seriously just travelling and going anywhere you liked, and you had a massive system, there's no way I would risk not being able to have any power. Yeah, in an emergency, or if you were stuck somewhere, like out the west at the moment, roads closed, people are holed out in these towns where there's no facilities.
And they've got
if you've got to stay there 5 or 6 days and it's raining and you're stuck and you can't even turn your wheels because it's slippery as anything.
You can't walk. You can't walk. You get out of the car and you're basically on your backside.
Like, you want to have a contingency, you know. But we also have 200 amp hours of lithium in the car,
which we've installed.
And there's a 3,000 watt inverter, so you can quite simply plug the car from the inverter into the van, and the DC to DC charger in the van will charge the batteries.
Yeah, anyway.
The thing is, when you get it all set up, all these power points that are in the van, even in this van with all this power, the inverter is only programmed into a couple of power points.
Yeah.
And what I think they need to do, or what you can do when you install it, you just have one of those ship to shore switches. It's like a giant solenoid, giant switch, just cut off switch, where it connects all of the power points to the inverter. But that seems logical to me. Why we only do it, and it happens in every van, it just goes to 2 or 3 power points. Yeah, the rest don't seem to matter anymore. But what if you wanted to use a power point in the bathroom? You had an electric shaver or something, or you wanted to use your hairdryer.
Oh, I love my hairdryer.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
I didn't bring it, but I love it.
So quite simply, there needs to just be that switch. You plug in at a caravan park or at home, you just turn it over to shore power. Yeah, then you go off and it's on ship power. How hard is that?
Well, there must be something complicated about it.
It is not hard, it is not complicated.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Not in any way. You may well need a qualified electrician.
So that tells you exactly.
That's the only thing, because you're dealing with 240 volt power, right? That's the only thing, but who cares about that? They get people out to inspect the gas fittings and certify them. So you just wheel in the electrician and he installs the ship to shore switch or whatever it is. If you want a new one, you go to their website. Anyone can go to their website, right? This is not a zone promo, but you go to the website.
It is one of the
You pick your base model, and then you can build anything at all. And it tells you how much weight that will add, how much cost that will add.
Yeah, it's up in the top left and right hand corner of the actual page. It's so simple. It's so easy. It is like just going to the supermarket. Yes, I want this and I want that, and you just keep putting it in your cart, and it just works it out.
But what about the customer service, though? I don't know. You were making some inquiries, and then, of course, we've got a tinny, right? We want to put that on the car, and maybe at the back of the van, where you have 2 spare wheels. So, hey, we're only going to have one, and the other one we're going to put an outboard motor on, right? It's 40 kilos. Whack that on there. Can you do this? Type. And what happened?
Well, I didn't hear anything from them for months. Sent it in.
Like for months? And I'm not following you up, right?
No, this was like way back. After we took this van, I would have put that in. We were taking the Malibu when I sent this inquiry. Maybe they overlooked it.
We can give them the benefit of the doubt. But that's a genuine inquiry and no response. I want to be treated like some king with money, right? That's how I would like to be treated as a customer. Look at the chassis itself, like right here where the grey water comes out. There's nothing flimsy about this bracket, mate. Should be a 5mm aluminium bracket at least. Yeah, usually you just see these flopping around or held on by a little bit of a strap. So It's these kinds of things here that you see all over the van, inside and outside. Got some Cooper tyres, 16-inch wheels, CSA off-road, so fully rated alloy wheels. Yeah, got a nice little outlet at the back here. So this is behind the fridge area. Something to see in there, I don't know. Yeah. So this is the rear of the fridge. It's also got the gas hot water heater down in there and the gas air heater. But you just like pop this up, comes down. Yeah. So this little thing in here, just remove this so you can see inside. Nice and tidy. So here you got this extra little bug screen. Just sits inside there. Put the hatch down. Yeah. So this rear hatch behind the fridge, it just certainly allows the fridge to air all the exterior surfaces. Very easy to clean. Nice and white. Don't know if you like white or not, but certainly standard stuff around here. Bike rack. That's our crash pad. We take it everywhere we go. Rear view safety Dave camera. Now check out this ladder. I'm about 110 kilos, so I don't know what the rating is for this ladder, but I've been up it before and it's still here, so must work all right. So let's get up the top, have a little look. Step on there, feels pretty good to me. Up we go. All right. So you can see from the top here, very sturdy. And again, I don't know what the roof weight rating is, whether I should be walking on it or not, but I'm not going to walk on it now, but very stable, no ripples at all in the roof. And you can quite easily jump up here to clean off your solar panels. They're pretty good. We had a pit stop the other day and cleaned everything. You've got your vents, that kind of stuff. These probably need a bit of a clean, but easy access. Plenty of room up here too for maybe another 1 or 2 solar panels. Yeah, nice awning. Everything good. Nice seals. Just looks like quality workmanship up the top of this van. So I don't see anything going wrong up here anytime soon. Let's have a look under here. Everything all protected. Full checker plate all the way along underneath all of those water tanks. Yeah. Plenty of protection for all the cables. So this is all standard stuff, right? So that's really what we're looking at. Standard stuff. An adjustable rear bar. It's pretty good. At the moment it's got 1 wheel on, but it's rated to carry 2 wheels plus jerry cans. So our jerry cans are on the front of this. Nice seals here. Everything's just looks like it's finished by someone that's taken a bit more care than normal. You can see the front. There's all this additional space. So you could easily have another water tank if you wanted. Has these mud flaps underneath. Also has mud flap over there protecting the stair. I'll show that when we walk around. Got your air tank in here for your XT Cruisemaster suspension. These airbags are just $1 million, mate. They're just worth every single cent. You've got the electrical cables inside this PVC pipe, pretty much run from the front all the way down here to the middle. You've got all the way positioned really from the center part of the van. So all these water tanks and grey water tanks are from the center part of the van all the way to the rear. So that takes a little bit of pressure off the tow ball weight up the front. So you can have lots of equipment up there. We'll check that out in a sec too. Yeah. So you can see this mud flap here sort of protects most of the stairs. Probably could be out a little bit further, but yeah. So when we were out in the outback in the mud and dirt, there was absolutely nothing on this side of the stairs whatsoever, and just a little bit on there. So very quick and easy to clean. The owner of this van's put an additional aluminium panel up here. What that does, it makes sure that when you step from the top step to the first step and then to the next one and to the ground, it's much more even now. I remember when we had this the first time, it was such a big long step from there to there. You just felt a little bit uneasy, but plenty of room for this. So, oh, there's dolphins. Oh, dolphins.
We just found this like farm camp on
Whoa.
the river.
Dolphins.
And there's dolphins coming down the river.
What is that?
Like right in front, like less than 10
Oh. Hello, boys and girls. Look at you, fellas. What are you doing? What's going on? Don't go away. So we've got the standard lights here now. White, orange. Yeah, they pretty much come in most vans, but anyway, they're on this as a standard feature, so that's got to be a good thing. Plenty of room in the front here. Yeah, just all nice and neatly organised. A couple of smaller gas bottles, a couple of spots for jerry cans. Yeah, big long storage compartment. This has slide out drawers in both sides, so excellent. It's got the blackjack standard. It's got breakaway system. It's also got the anti-sway system in it too, plus an alarm. So it's got the alarm set up where someone breaks in, it'll go off, but if someone tries to move your van, they just try to move your van, all the alarms go off, brakes lock on, so that's a handy thing to have. I do love the door. Yeah, this door, the thing I love about the door, once you're in there, you just turn it to lock, and that's it, mate. It's got a little magnetic peg here, so no hooks. Push it closed, just sucks right in there. Just fantastic. Looks the part. It's got two safety latches here for the, just open this. There you go. See that? One little latch. Put the bit of glass back and got some ventilation. Strong as. It's like midgy mesh metal. Very good indeed. So the door's a key feature. All of these seals are a key feature. You've got one main seal, and you've got another seal around the outside which just locks it firmly into place. If you have a look down in here, pretty much nothing is getting past here whatsoever. Yep, same down here with these. You can see a bit of dust in here. Nothing is past that seal though. Nothing is even on the seal. So that's a good thing. So we've got the big window, don't we, over the kitchen. That's beautiful.
Oh, it's the best thing.
Easy to hand things out to this bench out here. Yeah. Got a couple of 240 volt power supplies. They also work on the inverter. And the Magic Cruise Master system. This is not the automatic leveling one, so you've got to do it manually. Just turn it on. Up or down. See the little measuring on there. A couple of 12 volt ports. Yeah, TV, connect your TV here. It's all pretty good for an outdoor living space, isn't it? Beautiful.
And presto! More time!
Let's get the good brush over. Just gonna have a look outside this van. Some of these finishes, now this van's 4 or 5 years old, so we just wanted to check out and see what sort of restoration you could do on some fading sort of bodywork. So if you have a look across here, you might be able to just, don't know whether you can make out or not. There's like this sort of, it's all smooth, but there's some discoloration on here, like dots, and we didn't know whether it was like a build-up of whatever, condensation. Just don't know whether you can see it up there. Dots where they're slightly different color. Yeah, so what I've gone and done just to make sure they're going to hack the pace. Got some of this thing. Anyway, it has come up a treat. Magnificent. A couple of spots above the windows I haven't done, so before we hand this van back, I'll just jump up there and do that, and he can decide if he wants to do any more. But yeah, it'd really benefit from a coat of this, I reckon. Just around here, you're going to fill up this tank, right? And you're not near any water. or you've got water and it's in a separate container, what you actually need is your own little 12-volt pump. So you have your hose connection, 12 volt, some Anderson plugs that'll just plug into your van or your car, and then we have this U-Butte 12-volt pump. So we've used this a couple of times now, got some buckets of water and just plumbed it in there. But if you didn't have one of these and you were out, I don't conceivably see any other way to put water in this van. So that can be a good thing or a bad thing. So this van has got a Truma gas hot water heater and also a gas space heater. So we've just put it on. It's on like 22 and it's as warm as toast. It's fantastic. I love it.
Another tick for the zone.
Yes, lots of ticks. Ticks, ticks, ticks. Hard to go past this van, mate.
Gully, and
yes,
what?
I've been flying for 10 minutes and I didn't push the record button.
How many beers have you had again?